Hi, this is Ray Flanagan again, another Potato Heads podcast. I'm with Sheri Goodman Graham, a plant-based lifestyle coach down in Leslie, Arkansas. How you doing, Sheri?
I'm doing great, Ray. How about yourself? And actually, I'm virtual. I live in Arkansas on a farm, but I am virtual. I can reach people all across the United States, which has been so fun for me.
Yeah.
So I don't see people, I don't have an office per se. I just have a virtual either Zoom call or telephone call. You can always reach me. And I offer a free 30-minute clarity call if you want to talk to me at my website. So
So, Sheri,
anyways, just want to make sure people don't think they have to drive to small town Leslie to see me.
Sheri, I wanted to talk to you today about some exercise and how would you recommend? I know that the winter is always a little tougher for me up here. I'm coming off, I think I kind of set a new goal today, April 1st, April Fool's Day, to kick up my fitness routine. What's your suggestion to have someone started that, is making a switch to whole food plant-based? Sometimes people lose weight and then start exercising. Some people try to exercise to lose weight. I think that nutrition is so much a part of it that it's probably best to first change that nutrition and then start your exercise. And what's your feeling?
Well, that I also believe that you could start with exercise. I mean, our bodies are made to move. There's no excuse for not walking, right? We can park the car further. We can take the stairs instead of the elevator. There's ways you can take your stairs up and down in your house. We've got to move the body. I really believe in that. Exercise is such a big part of this. Nutrition, don't get me wrong, is super important. But walking, and especially if you have diabetes, it's important to walk 15 minutes after every meal. So I've kind of started incorporating that into my life. After you eat and you sit back down at your desk or you sit back down or lay down in bed, especially now that it's spring and it's warmer, go for a 15-minute walk after every meal. 15 minutes 3 times a day. What does that equal? 45 minutes a day. That includes your, adding steps and activity. It's super easy, it's super fun, and it's super fast. And it feels good to move after you eat. So my recommendation is to get started after a meal, whether you're plant-based, whether you're not eating healthy, whatever, go for a walk 15 minutes after a meal. You'll start to feel better. That's my recommendation is to move your body. Then, of course, as you're starting to eat healthy and lose weight and you want to, feel better, the next thing I always believe is adding weights.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you not to be having a weightlifting program. That your own body weight through yoga. Yoga is moving your body, getting up and down. Pilates, swimming, moving. That's moving your body weight through the water. But also having, some dumbbells or kettlebells in the house, I recommend. And it only has to be twice a week for 30 minutes. Do a weightlifting program. There's plenty online right now for women over 50. You can find weight training programs that take you. And you're right, Ray, we talked about it's better to start out slow and not get burnt out. So I say 2 days a week, weight training, walking is a combination, and then maybe adding in some Pilates, some swimming, some biking, whatever you prefer, dancing. Just move your body so that whatever you're enjoying doing, and it lifts your serotonin. It's good for your mind, right? Reduces
Absolutely.
depression.
Yeah.
Building muscles. The breaking down helps keep you from osteoporosis and keeping you strong. The benefits go on and on about exercise, and you just have to get some tennis shoes on and just get moving.
Yeah. I made a big change in my house. I changed my dining room to a gym. I put my exercise bicycle in there and a weight bench and a exercise mat. So instead of looking into the dining room and seeing a table with 6 chairs and tablecloths and silver and all this china, there's plenty of room to eat in the house without having to save that for big meals. And that makes your house more functional. Whereas
I love
before,
that.
my,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Why not? As we're becoming empty nesters, we don't have as many people in the house. You could probably find a spare bedroom. It's important, I think, to have a window. Too many people put their gym down in the basement and it's dark. Nobody wants to go down there when it's dark and there's no sun or no window or view. So think about where you want to, like you said, put your bike up, make it a gym right in your dining room. I love that. That's fabulous.
and I
What a
can't
great
wait to get out.
idea.
It's a little bit riskier on the road, but it's really nice to get the fresh air. And I think that's why walking is so great. I know you have dogs. I've got dogs. Has your dog ever refused to go out for a walk with you? Have you ever asked a dog to go for a walk and he says, no, I don't feel like it? Wouldn't it be nice if we all had the same attitudes as dogs? They're just ready to go all the time, aren't
They're
they?
so happy
Yeah.
to get outside and And you know what, you're right. There's something about the fresh air and just you know, you go to walk to a park, walk around your neighborhood. You know, if you live in an apartment complex, just go up and down the stairs, get out of the house. It changes the energy. The oxygen, getting some fresh air, it helps your mindset. It's so important. I can't emphasize how much it changes your mindset so that you feel better. You have more energy. You're able to focus and you won't feel so down. You won't feel so exhausted. It wakes you up. It's so easy. Just a 15-minute walk, you're going to start feeling amazing. And then when you put it together with a whole food plant-based diet, you know, I believe that Jack LaLanne, he was one of our what pioneers in the field. He was all about the exercise. Remember him on television, and he's motivating me to remember just to get active, move your body, get up and down out of a chair. He used chair. He used balance. I mean, there's so many benefits to exercise, and so many people have turned into couch potatoes. Or they use, oh, I have to work, and then you have to commute. There's all kinds of excuses, right, Ray? We can make up excuses for not being active and using our body, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like I said, 15 minutes after a meal 3 times a day, golden. You'll start feeling the difference. You won't be storing your calories sitting down or laying down after you eat. Move.
You don't have to run, right? Walking is great, but I think when you are walking, you should vary the pace. You know, you want to get to a pace that if we were walking together, you should be able to communicate and talk, but you might hear a little bit in your voice that, you know, we can kick it up a notch for a lap or something. If you're walking a track, if you're walking, you know, I've seen people that walk so slow sometimes that they're hardly doing anything. And then they go straight to Dunkin' Donuts afterwards because they figure, well, I got my exercise in, I deserve a donut. But I think you need to vary that pace, get your heart rate up, right, for a certain amount of time, then walk a little slower, kick the heart rate up. And as you do it more and more, your fitness will get to a point where you can walk faster.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you lose the weight, there was a study done on weight in the law of physics. When you weight weighs this much when it's still, but when you take a step or you move weight, it's 3 to 4 times heavier. So there was a study that showed when you lose a pound of weight, that's like 3 pounds off your knees when you're walking. Yeah. So that's when you notice right away, when you just even lose 3 to 6 to 10 pounds off of your body, you feel it in your joints right away. And so that's another thing I want you to consider is, wow, if I could just get a few of these pounds off, how much easier it is going to be for me to walk, and my breath. You'll feel so much better. Our hearts need to be used. They do need to be pumped. But it's a process. It's so fun to set those kind of athletic goals for yourself. And you can see the change in your body with how fast you walk, how far you walk. Finding a partner to walk with is great. Then you have that accountability person to meet with you, someone to talk, and you're talking and walking. You don't even know that how long you've gone, and it's been so much fun. Spending that time with someone, whether it's a mate or a friend, or like you said, a dog.
Yeah, if people have not been exercising for a long time, it will take a little bit longer to get fit. It's not going to happen overnight. So please, you don't want to get frustrated after 2 weeks. You know, I've been walking, I only lost a pound. You know, it's not about, getting that heart. It's about getting a heart rate up and combined with the diet. But sometimes people get a little too ambitious. They go gung-ho. They figure they're going to walk, an hour a day or something like that, and all of a sudden it's not fitting into their schedule and they give up on it and they're right back to the old ways. But again, I think that's why you talk about lifestyle, because it's a gradual change to lifestyle and fitness. 6 years ago I was 194 pounds. I'm in my early low 160s now, and to get on the bicycle in the springtime when I was 194, it was like, oh boy, you had a long way to go. But when your weight's good and you're starting to kick up your fitness, it's not bad. But if you're starting
how long have you been eating plant-based?
I think I first started following your page in 2018. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
so 18, 19,
6
20,
years.
22, like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Plant-based, and you lost that weight.
Yeah.
And kept it off.
Yes. Yeah. It's up a hair right now, so I got to kick up my fitness this springtime, but I'm looking forward to doing that.
You know what? I decided this year too, in January. I used to be a gym rat. I used to lift weights, and I just was kind of rebellious about it. All I was doing was power yoga, and I don't want to minimize it. Power yoga builds muscle and stamina. It's strong. It's not beginner yoga. It's not laying there. It's a moving of yoga. Plus all my hiking that I do out here in the field and riding horses. I'm outside and I'm doing power yoga. I decided to pick the weights back up again in my house. That's why I'm emphasizing it. And so twice a week, I do a 30 to 35-minute weight training that I found this video that now I know by heart what to do.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, the difference in how I feel and how much stronger I am. I noticed the change right away. The inches are coming down and I see the muscle. And so you just got to be consistent and do it, and you'll start to see the changes. I've been doing it since January. Now it's March. And I get a weekly massage, every week I ask massage therapist, do you see a difference in my muscle tone? She says, oh yeah, just in 6 weeks, twice a week for 30 minutes.
Wow.
Now, and you can always start with a low weight and increase the weight. So yeah, it's possible, and it's not that hard to do that in the house twice a week. We certainly can find time for that.
Yeah, and that's all I have is some fairly low weight dumbbells. You don't have to have a weight bar and hundreds of pounds of weights and doing bench presses. And it's not about getting big up here. It's about firming up and, and you can do that with 10, 15, 20-pound weights easily,
And it prevents osteoporosis because when you break down that muscle fiber, that sends the calcium into the blood and then it's reabsorbed and it goes back into the bone. So it goes from the muscle to the bone in that recovery time. So everybody for osteoporosis always subscribes weight training.
Yeah.
So women out there, think about lifting weights. Start light and then build up because it's only going to help you in the long run. And men too. I just hear more women with osteoporosis than I do with men because of the hormonal change. But I'm sure it doesn't hurt. All of us should be lifting weights at least twice a week. I'm a strong believer there. And if not dumbbells, you can do push-ups. You can do your own, body weight. You can use stretching bands. It doesn't have to be. Do what you prefer. I'm just recommending that we all get active.
Yeah.
And use our bodies are meant to do exercise and get fit. So
Right.
I've really enjoyed talking to you about exercise. It's not something that I always talk about. It's something that I do emphasize in my program. It is a lifestyle change. We got to think about food, whole food, plant-based with activity. It's a great combination.
Great, Sheri. I'll put your links on the YouTube video and we'll talk again soon. Thanks so much.
It was nice to see you, Ray. Thanks. Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye now.
Bye.